Damien Creda, do you know what today is? Today is the luckiest day of your life. It's funny. It's Friday the 13th, and you are the luckiest man around. The reason, Damien, that you're lucky is because you're not in the cage tonight, so you got one more week as the undisputed Rock City shoot fight champion. Damien, we go back a few fights here. You see, when I took the championship belt from Chris Brezana almost 2 years ago, I had one quest after that. There was only one other person that I knew was better than Chris Brezana. That one person was Damien Creda. The reason, Damien, that I came for you and demanded to fight you for my championship was because I can't rest just beating 207-pound Chris Brezana for the Rock City Shoot Fight Championship. You see, Damien, legitimately, 3 or 4 years ago, when you beat Chris Brezana, you should have been given a championship fight with Chris Brezana, and that didn't happen. So I was obligated to offer you that championship fight, and I'll give you credit. You relented. You did not want that championship fight. But finally, we made it happen, and your hand was raised in victory. In fact, I was the biggest underdog in MMA history facing you. Fast forward, so now you've defended this championship 3 times, Damien. And where have you been? Where have you been? It's fight night. And what do I see when I turn my TV on just a few short days ago? I see the carnivore, Damien Creda, undisputed Rock City shoot fight champion, come on the screen announcing that he's injured. He's not making any excuses. He is vowing to break the underdog. You see, Damien, that was all on the screen. You professed it. You said, I'm not going to make any excuses. Then you went on to say how your knees were injured, your back was bad, you haven't been able to train. You see, Damien, what happened was reality set in. You were scared. You know, deep down, that the only breaking that's going to happen in this cage come fight night is you. I'm going to break you physically, Damien, and I'm going to break you mentally. You see, because you bailed out of this fight tonight, I showed up. And Damien, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do what we were supposed to do a few hours ago. I'm going to stand on the scale here, and I'm going to do my weigh-in right now. You see, Damien, because standing before you right now is the uncrowned Rock City shoot fight champion. So, Damien, I'm going to stand on the scale right now. I'm going to call out my weight. $134.2. Damien, you were bragging a little bit. How you're a little over 200 pounds. Damien, you took this fight with that announcement the other day on TV. You took this fight from a 4-1 favorite in your favor to a 2-1 favorite in my favor. You see, Damien, this is going to be the first fight you step into this cage defending that championship where you're the underdog. Let me remind you, Damien, you also have to run 1 mile. You notice the cage is set up a little differently. You see, Damien, you're going to run back and forth for a mile. And when that mile hits, you're running right into the cage, where your challenge is going to be waiting to immediately start the fight. So Damien, make no bones about it. If you win next week, if you survive this fight, you will have gone through the biggest challenge of your life. Overweight, no training, running a mile immediately before fighting. Damien, I'm going to put you on this ground. I'm going to pound you. You see, I don't want to beat you right away. I want this fight to go. I want your blood on my hands, Damien. Even if I can beat you in a round, I don't want that. I will get off of you if I think I'm going to tap you. You see, Damien, I will ask you to get back up, and I will fight you some more, because I want 12, 16, 18 minutes. Because, Damien, I'm going to finish something that you think you've been done with for a while. You see, Damien, I researched a little bit about you. I dug into your past. You see, Damien, I know you're a failure. I know you quit on the military. They broke you physically and mentally. And I'm going to treat you just like your drill instructor did inside this cage, Damien. I'm going to order you to get back up, and I'm going to knock you back down. And I'm going to kick you, and I'm going to punch you, and I'm going to elbow you. And then I'm going to make you get back up, and we're going to go through it again, Damien. Because this fight is going to be the fight we keep talking about. The biggest fight in Rock City history. And you may very well do what you promised, Damien, next week. See, your goal, you said on TV, you are not done with me. You are going to physically break me down in this cage, in this fight. And your reasoning, Damien, was because you're better than me. Well, next week, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you why I beat Chris Marzana, why I was the Rock City Shoot Fight Champion, and why I will once again be Rock City Shoot Fight Champion. Damien Creda, are you ready for this fight? No excuses, you said. Yet you made several. So Damien, what's going to change in 1 week? What's going to be different next week than it was this week? Are you going to run for a couple of days? Are you going to stop eating candy and drinking liquor, Damien? What are you going to do differently to prepare for this fight? Because Damien, next Friday, in this cage, the carnivore and the underdog will face for that championship belt. And there's only one other way around it. And that is for you to come to this cage by Sunday night. Relinquish that championship belt to me in the middle of this cage and tell me I'm better than you. Now, Damien, you may do that because you did it for the military. You quit. So, Damien, I'm going to set aside all of Sunday. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for either your response or I'm going to wait for you to show up inside this cage with that championship belt. Because either one of those two things happens, or you show up here next Friday and we fight. I hope you're ready, Damien. If you thought your drill instructor was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet, kid. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for that championship belt.